Hey, Kimber here with Crossfire Co-op. I am getting ready to work on my cosplay. I'm really excited. It's for Silicon Valley Comic Con. It's coming up really fast. I am going to be Kat from Gotham. Gotham is a show on Netflix. It's also on Fox, and it's really great. It's like the origin story of pre-Batman. Like, it's mostly focused on Jim Gordon before he was the commissioner, but you get to meet some characters from traditional Batman stories while they were much younger, and one of them is Selina, who plays Catwoman. In the show, she's just called Kat. In this version of the story of Batman, we at least as far as I can have watched so far, we don't know much about her backstory at all, just that she lives on the streets, that she's a thief, that she's pretty street smart, but that's about all we know. The costume that Cameron Vicandova wears to be Kat is awesome. It's black, it's leather, there's still a hoodie, there's this vest, there's fingerless black leather gloves. It's so detailed. And Lisa Padovani is the costume designer, and she's done a great job. In fact, there's part of this costume that I didn't know what it was, and so I found out who she was, and I sent her a message, and I asked her, what are these things that Kat wears on her knees? I have no idea how to even start doing this part of the cosplay because I have no idea what they are. And she responded to me, and she told me a little bit about them. So what I'm going to do today is actually make that part. I don't really know what to call them. Like, the closest thing I can find is maybe calling them half chaps. It's like a boot cover, it's like gaiters, it's like there are several names that you might call this thing. So basically it's like think of like a shin guard for soccer, but it's just a piece to add interest, I think. The front of it is like a leather looking, I don't know that it's leather, but it looks like leather. It has some pyramid grommets on it. And then the back of it doesn't have grommets all the way around. So what I did was, I have the pants already. I really like the pants, and you'll see them soon. And I didn't want to destroy those pants in order to make this cosplay work, because maybe I can use them for something else. Just wear them around because they're pretty cool. So what I did was, I went out to Michael's and I saw some leather, and I found grommets and different things, and I was like, okay, well, I can cut this leather and use the leather on the front, and I can do like elastic or something on the back. And then I realized, like, I've been at Target and they have leggings, and maybe it's just easier to do something with leggings, and I was already looking for something else, and I happened to find these, which probably are pretty hard to see much about them, but they're like pleather stretchy leggings, and they look leatherish. They're not like beaten worn leather, but I think they'll do the job, and they're stretchy all the way around, so I don't have to worry about Velcro and elastic and all those things. So I already put them on over my pants, and I measured on one side how tall I want these to go, and I marked that with highlighter because I'm super high-tech, and I'll cut that one, and then I'll measure the other side and cut that, and then I've left a little extra room so that I can sew a little bit of a hem so it doesn't unravel. I probably should have gotten fabric glue now that I think about it, but it's always a messy thing, so I think sewing will be okay. I have these awesome Art Minds hardware accessories. These are leather, not leather, these are pyramid grommets. They are pyramid spots is what they're called, antique nickel. They're pretty spot on. There are 48 to a bag, and they're about $5 a piece. If you go to Michael's, you can get tons of coupons. Usually you can get a certain percentage off your entire purchase, or a certain percentage off a certain thing, so you can always find deals there. Of course, I have scissors, so I can cut these pants. If I need them, I have some leather needles. I'm not sure. I have just regular thread and quite a large normal needle. And then in case I need a tape measure. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the side of the pants that I have already, and then I'll measure out the next side. Alright, so what I did was I put the one that I've already cut on the left side, inside out, with the front facing forward. I tried to get it as evenly on top of the other one as possible. And then I'm going to trace around where this one ends. So, let's see how they stack up. Not perfect, but not too shabby. And remember that part of it is going to be, so you can see, part of it is going to be hem, so it's not a big deal at all. Well, as you can see, I have this all pinned up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the hem. And I should correct myself, I called these little things grommets. That's not the right name. They're like studs or spikes, so my bad. So I've got this needle threaded already. I'm not going to do a running stitch. I'm actually just going to do like some small individual stitches because I want it to still be able to stretch and I don't want to break it. Don't fall out yet. The first row is done. I'm going to take a peek and see if I like it or not. And just one thing to note, if you get the inseam and the hem, it's really hard. So I just pulled up a little bit of it just so that the spikes didn't have to go through the inseam and the hem. Just going to check it out. It's hard to get everything just perfect. I'm pretty happy with it. Just not crazy about this one here, so I'm gonna take it out. I feel like it just needs to go a little bit lower. There, I'm really pretty happy with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and push the insides of the spikes in, and the way I do that is with a set of tweezers, just any tweezers will do, just kind of push in one side, push it down, and then push in the other side. Just like that. Here they are. These are all officially pinched in. And I'm going to go ahead and get to work on the other rows. What I'm going to do is measure down with the ruler, and they're going to go in between these studs that are already here so that you get a nice like crisscross kind of effect, like diagonally they're going to go down just like that. So, alright, I'm going to get started. Hang in there with me. Let's speed it up. Alright, so this is about all I'm going to fit on here. I'm leaving the bottom of it without some studs just to make sure that I can get it in my shoe without it poking at me. Well, I am going to go try this on and see how it looks. I'll be right back.